the things that I try to communicate to people is to make them understand that art is a way of thinking. And if you look at art education is an education for a flexible mind. Art is not the reduction of the painting only, or only the object that you see. It's much more than that. It's a thinking process. I hear a lot the context of and the concept of a creative economy, and I believe that the creative economy is very important, yet we need to kind of look at it from a different angle. And instead of talking about creative economy, rather talking about creative people. And I think creative people are very important in every industry. It's not about that they are important only in production or advertisement. Creative people are important in financial technology. They are important in manufacturing. They are important in agriculture. Because at the end, it's the creative people that conceptualize ideas. It's the creative people that actually come up with other solutions. As you can see through the history, art and artists often operate in the border between what we know to what we don't know. So it means that often they are in the subculture. And through the history, you see that what artists did in the subculture kind of becoming the mainstream few years after. Artists work with everything that is available for them, including technologies. So to see what artists did through the history with technology, to see what artists doing today with data, that can give us a totally new perspective to what are the potential of those technologies that we have. When you look at what creative people bringing into creative to the business world, one of the examples is to look at Airbnb. 2 out of 3 co-founders of Airbnb are actually designers that study in the Department of Fine Art. And if you look at Snapchat, or if you look at Square, and if you look at Shutterstock, or if you look at GoPro, all those companies that are worth billions of dollars are companies that were started by creative people, artists, designers, etc. I mean, I believe that we are living in an era that we are moving from economy of products to economy of experiences. And in order to create experience, you need to understand humans. You need to understand what inspired them. You need to understand what speaks to them. When you hear people talking about their iPhone, they don't speak about a machine. They speak about a product that has an emotional connection to what they do. We are living in I think it's the first generation of digital natives. Those young people, if they don't work for you, they will start their own company. And I always say, tools don't make innovation. People make innovation. And the young generation define themselves as creative. Technology allowed them to be creative. So creativity become a competitive advantage if you want to attract the best talent in the market. I think that the role of creative people is also important because the era that we are living is such a complex era. And the changes are happening so fast that we cannot know what will happen 30 years from now. That's why I think the role of creative people becoming more important, because those people have the ability actually to imagine and ask the question of what might be. And that's why we need to kind of adopt and learn from the artists, from the designers, from the creative thinkers, even those skills that require in the innovation process. I think that for Colombia, you know, the creative talent is already here. Because this generation, technology allowed them to break barriers. So for them, it's very easy to connect from someone from Japan, someone from Israel, someone from the UK. And this creative talent is already here. I meet them. Now the role is just to help them grow inside the economy.